Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. I know people are probably like wondering why I am not building this rail I promised to build. And that's because
the rail!
I died with all that rail I had collected for it.
Well, we got iron.
You know what? I wonder, is there that glitch still exist where you can get free, you can duplicate rail? I need to make
You could duplicate rail?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a glitch for a long time that you could duplicate rail. Woo, excuse me. Wooey. That was a lot of sneezing going on. I'm going to try to see if I can remember how to do this glitch and to see if it works in this.
Probably doesn't.
You know, it was one of those glitches that stayed around for a very long time, so I don't know. I don't know.
So will you be home the weekend of October the 20th?
No, I will be in Michigan that weekend.
That's what I was taking from what you were just saying about your thing. What'd you say you had to do? DP?
My DMP, my presentation to get my doctorate degree, is the week of, and then that same weekend I have to go back to Michigan to get my ski patrol refresher, which I still do that thing. Is that the weekend you're gonna be in town?
I had the option. I was actually telling her the other day I don't think I was gonna go at all, because like this the week 2 weekends ago I went to the mountains with her to do that train thing. And then this last weekend, I went with my daughter to do the Charlie Brown pumpkin patch train thing. And like, it's like 6 hours driving just to get there. And I'm basically tired of sitting in a car. And she won't let me listen to my audiobooks whenever I'm in her car. And so,
like, I mean, because she wants to like have conversations or something.
No, that's the other thing. Like, she don't want to. We're not even talking. She just says that they're boring. And so I'm pretty much going to break up with her.
She don't like audiobooks. Get out. Get the fuck out. I mean, you guys can find a podcast that you enjoy together, right?
I think, well, she said she doesn't like people talking.
In the car?
So, yeah. Well, not like, I mean, like, we can talk, but she doesn't like people talking at her, she said. That was her thing against audiobooks.
Like talking, like, around her?
So I don't think she would like podcasts either, honestly.
Talking, I don't understand, like what you just said. Talking at her?
Yeah, like I don't know, like an audiobook when they talk to you. I mean, they're not really talking to you though. They don't know you're there.
Well, I mean, they're talking with the assumption that somebody's there, I guess. How do you make a repeater again?
I don't know.
Repeater.
That's not how. Say it 3 times fast.
Repeater. Hey, I'm actually using this little library thingy.
Oh yeah,
I did it.
I
did it. I feel so smart.
Did anyone comment complaining that when I unlocked all our stuff that time?
Yeah, I think somebody did. They said that we missed a bunch of stuff, but I haven't noticed yet because that was the first time I ever used that thing.
Right. But no one said we were like dirty cheaters.
I mean, they probably say that about most of the things that we do, even when we're not dirty cheating.
Not dirty cheating.
No, we're just like somewhat clean cheating. I don't know. I don't know what you say about it. Ow! I don't like that I can't fly away on a whim because...
Server life?
Yeah. You have to like be able to jump and appropriately get there. I need to get some slime. You didn't happen to kill any slime, did you?
No. You need that for a repeater?
Well, no, I need some for some sticky pistons and some slime blocks if I recall correctly how this thing works.
Did you ever play Magic the Gathering?
No. I mean, I think I played it once with a buddy, and I think he was very bad at explaining it to me because he played it regularly and was trying to get me into it, and it was just like him and I playing, and he won, and I was like, "You cheated, obviously, because I don't know what the hell's happening," and I didn't play it again. I think it'd be. I'd really think it'd be good. So 2 things I've always wanted to learn how to play because I think they'd be fun. One is Magic, and I had this other buddy who used to play regularly and he was embarrassed. It took him a long time to tell me that he did this. He was a guy I worked with when I was working at one of the engineering co-ops that I had during college. And he finally let me know that he goes to this Friday night, Dungeons and Dragons party every Friday night. And I was like, dude, bring me along. Like, I would love to play Dungeons and Dragons. I've never played it. I think it would be something that would be fun. And I think he thought I was giving him a hard time. And I tried to explain to him that I really wanted to play that game, but I think he was embarrassed because he thought I was giving him a hard time about it.
So you didn't get to go?
No, he never took me. And then he started actually dating some chick who he actually ended up taking there, and she really enjoyed it too. And I was like, dude, see, like I wanted to go, and then she was his date all the time to it. I couldn't be his date anymore.
Were you jealous?
I was jealous. I was jealous of the Dungeons and Dragons I wasn't playing.
So the other day I played Pathfinder as one of my bounties, and it's like a Dungeons and Dragons game basically, and it's really well done. It's like playing Dungeons and Dragons, honestly. And everyone in my chat was wanting me to set up a campaign, and they linked me to this thing that like you can run a campaign through this program or whatever. And it's like a one-time fee of like $150 or something like that, but it looks like it's really well made for setting up a D&D campaign.
D&D or... Well, I don't know what Pathfinder is.
Well, Pathfinder is, I think, like one of the editions, like 5th edition or something. It's one of the versions of D&D, as far as I understand it, because there's multiple editions. And so I think it's just one of the variations on, because they pissed off a lot of people with like version 3 or 4. One of the versions that came out, and people didn't like it, and so then they made Pathfinders like a spinoff from it. Is how I think it works. Yeah, D&D 3.5 was a thing, and then people improved it and made it popular. I just remembered.
Good remembering. That memory, man, just comes in at just the right times.
It comes and goes, yeah.
So you started this conversation about magic. But this is D&D related.
Well, what we're talking about now, what is that achievement?
The zombie doctor. He's playing doctor with the zombie. It's like, hey, baby, come on over.
That's my fetish. Well, yeah. Well, how did we get on? Well, you're the one that brought it to D&D.
I brought up D&D. That's why I didn't know if this game was supposed to be magic related or was supposed to be D&D related.
Well, there really wasn't a conversation. I was just kind of curious if you'd ever played Magic, just because I'm currently addicted. I never wanted. I've tried online Magic before, but my thing has always been I like to collect the cards and stuff, and so it's never appealed to me because you don't get to have the cards physically. So I guess this one's really well made.
I guess that's what the one thing I dislike about Magic, and I guarantee there's ways to play it that take care of this, and I just don't know them because I've never really played it before, is I don't know how you have a game where you bring your own stacked deck and that becomes fair.
Well, that's the thing, is it doesn't. And back whenever I was little and played whenever I was like 10, 11, 12, that age, it wasn't so prevalent where, I mean, because the internet wasn't a thing, for one thing. There was no internet. You couldn't just go online and find out what the best deck is that's been tried and tested and won tournaments and all this stuff, and then go out and buy the cards and build it. But that is what it has become. It's a pay to win game for sure. There's still skill involved in making good choices, but everyone's playing the same fucking decks. For the most part. So if you're not just hanging out with your friends playing casually and you're going to a tournament, everyone's got the same fucking cards, playing the same fucking cards.
Well, and that's why don't you just make it a game of chance? Just like any other card game that both opponents have the exact equal opportunity to win when you walk in the door, and it's not based on you walked in the door with a better deck and therefore you have the...
Right. So there is also limited, and that's what I've been playing online. And there's multiple forms of limited. There's drafts and there's sealed decks. So draft, everyone starts with 3 packs of cards. You open up a pack of cards, you pick one card from it, and you pass it to your left. And you just keep doing that, and you build a deck out of the cards you've selected.
So everyone has the same opportunity to select the cards because it's all.
I mean, you might get lucky with good cards, but there's the skill there is with selecting good cards and deck building. And there's also sealed deck, which you start with a completely sealed deck of cards. So not like a booster pack. I think it's one sealed deck because they make like sealed decks are like 60 cards, something like that. Basically bigger packs, so to speak. And I think it's normally like one sealed deck in like 2 or 3 packs. Anyways, you build a deck out of those. So the same kind of thing, except you're not drafting. My personal favorite is drafting because I like both aspects of it, not just the luck aspect of getting a good sealed deck.
Yeah, that's the biggest complaint I would have about Magic in general is that piece. But I guess, excuse me, in a way, does D&D, you always hear, like, see sitcoms and stuff that make fun of this, and I'm not sure how true they really are. But somebody's always like, oh, I've got a level 10 knight, and, you know, I've leveled up for years, like in D&D. Does that really count for anything?
I mean, most people, if you're going to enter into a campaign, you're going to start a new character. So you're not going to bring, like, old boy from campaign that you played whatever ago, generally.
Because how would anybody even know that was real?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Because it's not like I have an official Dungeons and Dragons card that says you earned this, you know.
Right.
I show up with a piece of paper. And it's like, you are God mode 55 level.
Yeah, I'm level 100 paladin.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so generally the way it works, unless like your DM, your dungeon master guy or whatever, starts a new campaign and lets you bring in an old character, then generally you're going to start with a new character if you're joining a new campaign and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's how most people do it.
I want to play some real Dungeons and Dragons. I want to see a dungeon master going like trying to describe some random surroundings based on my dice roll, and I think it'd be a cool concept.
It's hard to find people that are good at being the dungeon master, honestly. I think that's one of the trickiest things about playing D&D.
Well, because the dungeon master doesn't really play, right? Their whole thing is to be like that actor that
runs the campaign.
Right.
But a lot of times you'll have people that are too lenient and let you do things that you really just break the game, or people that are too strict and they die, or people that just suck at it. They die.
How's the dungeon master die?
No, you die. Like your character just dies or whatever.
And the dungeon master is dead.
Every campaign I've ever been a part of really had a shitty dungeon master, and he got bored with it pretty fast and that sort of thing. So I did a lot of it in high school, but I've never been in a campaign that I considered any good, to be honest.
That's just because you weren't leveling up your paladins to 100. Man, I don't see these slimes now when I need them.
Gonna look hard. Goodbye, Michael.
No slimes. I don't remember how many slime blocks were needed. I want to say it was like 3 or 4.
What do you...
Oh, you basically made a piston that went back and forth really fast. And you put a rail on it, and it would duplicate the rail. But you put it on a slime block attached to it, a couple slime blocks, and the rail had to go on one of the slime blocks, and the way it just moved back and forth.
Based on my memory, this got fixed in 1.3.
1.3?
That's what my head says.
1.3, but we're in 1.13.
1.3. Right? Yeah.
No, this definitely worked since 1.3. 1.3. One was 1.3.
I don't know.
It's definitely worked in 1.10. Whether it's worked past that or not, I'm not 100% certain.
The other thing I've always had happen in D&D is the other players don't take it seriously. And so they get like... Yeah. I mean, you can ruin it. Like you walk into a bar and you just pick a fight with the first person you see and all this, and then your whole fucking party's dead.
I mean, I've done that before, but my whole party didn't die. I just had to go home.
I've seen your wife do that, actually.
That is true. Just slaps dudes in the face.
That was the most terrifying thing. Walking in, so
you didn't let her go to a strip club, man. It was your fault.
Yeah. Who knows what would have happened at the fucking strip club?
Hell, I mean, it'd probably be like slapping strippers in the face, and then there'd be charges against everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Did she even know that guy? I can't remember now. Or did she just slap a random man?
He was at the bar trying to pay for something, and they were both drunk, and he was I don't remember. Something about he was telling her that he could take a slap, and she was like, "I'm going to slap you then." I don't know where that all came from. It was just very strange.
Okay.
And then you came out freaking out because she said your credit card. And you were like, "What the fuck did I do?"
Yeah, I forgot about that. I made a huge mistake. Oh wait, I walked up here because my pick was about to die. I wonder why I was up there. Forgot.
I don't remember, man. I need to remember how this thing worked. Rail duplicator 1.13. There's videos for it still on 1.13, okay. But they definitely are different. Just judging by the
wonder why rail is something you can duplicate, but other blocks you can't.
Well, I think it used to be like rail and carpet. It's like things that sit on top of another block. But it wasn't necessarily, excuse me, everything. Man, I have had this like cough for the one I'm watching right now is definitely rail and carpet. And it looks so simple, but I don't understand how does that work? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense how this thing works right now. But I need like a couple more.
Rail. That's not as good as cable.
Rail and cable? What?
You just keep saying rail a lot.
Rail. Cable. What cable have to do with anything?
Arcus does this thing where whenever we do Divine Journey, every time he places cable, he says cable, and it became this thing where he's just cable.
So I accidentally made something happen.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know how I just did what I did.
Cool.
I know. I'm the man. I have no idea like how I just did this and how I just made this happen, but I did something and things are messed up.
Did you duplicate things?
Not yet, because I can't figure out like what I messed up. No, I need more slime blocks to be able for the duplication piece. But I've got it set up for duplication. Yeah, I mean it's all set up for duplication. I'm not 100% certain why, but it's all set up for duplication. I just need 2 more slime blocks, and
I'm looking in our chest to see if we have any slime at all.
And then I theoretically need a rail. I had one somewhere at the beginning of this thing.
At least you can craft a rail. Yeah, we don't have any slime at all. I'm going to go repair all our picks.
You gonna get some slime?
I don't think there's any in the nether.
Man, I had slime at the beginning of this. Some rails at the beginning. Oh, I have 2 rails on me, but I still need more slime blocks for this to be worth of anything. What?
Nothing. I just read something recently that was real dumb.
Was it about Russian tea house bars?
So what about chat? I said they could join the server. They were told that no, it's a private server. And he said, "Oh, okay. Can I join?"
Tell him we go to Can I Join Minecraft?
You know, I think I let that domain expire, actually.
Oh, how sad.
It seemed like a waste of my money, since no one asks anymore.
Yeah, it was kind of entertaining when it was. I will say, the fact that we've let, I say we as if I have any control over this. Like, the fact that we, like, the fact that you've let other people on, like Brian and Code and them, I've had a lot more comments going, "Oh, can I join the server now?"
Huh.
So there might be some interest again. I mean, I don't know if it's a time frame that you look at and being like, could run some contests and get some random guest accounts on the server.
That'd be fun.
It would be fun, like almost like a Survivor like scenario.
Like, how would you do it?
Like a Survivor like scenario. I was actually thinking about like at the next Minecraft marathon, how cool would it be in the back of it if you had a real life, real time surviving Minecraft happening in the back of the marathon that just you saw the contestants, but you didn't see the outcome of it all, and then it got released later. But it actually played out in real time during the marathon.
That would be kind of cool.
That
Considering they had to stay up.
It was like 24. It was like 24 or 26 hours or something that it took for them to record. Yeah, that's how I was like, huh, that would be awesome. People could see them getting all like sleepy and doing like this random stuff, but they wouldn't really know what's happening in the quote unquote game of the.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a cool idea.
I guess the only problem that you run into with it is as people get, voted off or whatever, you'd have to either have them still stick around or somehow cover it up so people didn't know like who wasn't there anymore.
Right.
But conceptually, I thought it was cool. Then you need somebody to actually edit it again.
Yeah, so I was saying, well, if that wasn't a nightmare when it came to editing.
Well, if you didn't let it go for 2 or 3 years, it might have.
I don't think it would have mattered.
I mean, the nightmare would have still been the same. It just would have been done 2 or 3 years earlier.
Oh, yeah. There might have been more interest in the actual show then.
How is this like a slime chunk area that no slime are spawning in?
Well, probably the problem now is that it's been lit up.
Don't spawn like the light.
What did you just say?
Don't spawn like the light. Don't slime like the light.
Oh, okay.
I did say don't spawn like the light, but I meant
it was a really
like
weird sentence.
Don't spawn like the light. It's so pretty. I will pet it and love it.
Yeah, I just remember slimes don't care about light level. You were right.
Glad your memory is with me. Well then.
It might just be the way we've got it set up now, though, with those sections of 3. I don't know. Oh, you know what I didn't do before I came here and started killing these boys? I didn't turn it on.
You're like, man, I'm killing all these guys, but nothing's happening.
They're dying real good.
What about the section of 3?
I wonder if like the way we've got it sectioned off now, if it's messed up.
It's possible. I literally saw a slime spawn as I walked down there before, and I keep going back and looking at the same area where he spawned in, and there's like nothing there and nothing below it. Wish we had more slime so I could test if this works. Wait, you don't get slime from fishing, do you?
I don't think so.
And no, it doesn't look like it. Damn. Need to find some slime.
It's pretty fast to repair these picks when you're the only one in here.
Yeah, I noticed it was working way faster than when there was 2 of us. Like, more than twice the speed faster. I want to watch just some slime spawn in front of my face.
I heard some, but it seemed like they were like under where we were.
Yeah, I went down there and just got attacked by skeletons. I don't even have a good bow and arrow anymore. Come on, little slimies.
Little slimies.
I only need 5 more of you guys to test if this works. Actually, I probably need 14 more. Probably 2 blocks worth. What the hell? Oh god, I forgot about these water zombie guys that have been hanging out in the water. And I'm walking by the edge right now, and all of a sudden I hear and I was like, what the fuck? God, they're so slow in the water.
I should really put mending on my other diamond items. We should get Packrat to give us some of those mending bows.
Oh, I'll just lose them.
It's true.
I'll just die and they'll be gone forever. I wonder why they took many away from the bows. Excuse me. Because repairing bows, it's not hard because you just put another bow next to it in the anvil. And bows are like the easiest things to make.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's not a big deal.
It's not like you need diamond encrusted bows.
I feel like one of these sides is messed up.
Sides of what?
The XP farm. Seems like that side the balls aren't coming up.
The balls. I don't even have a bow on me at all. I'm surprised you're not fully repaired yet.
I've repaired. I took all of them. So I've repaired 2 so far. I don't know how to fix this.
Excuse me. And I've had this persistent cough for like 2 weeks now, and it's driving me insane.
Were you sick? Or you just...
I was, and it like I got better. And
then,
oh,
that's right. I remember you telling me.
Yeah, and then the wife got sick, and then I started getting sick again, and my throat and this cough have just never like been the same. It's very unfortunate. Because who am I without my voice? I'm a nobody.
Do y'all have a state fair? Since you're not a state,
we excuse me, we had a county fair a couple weeks ago, actually.
But there's not a DC like main state fair.
I don't know what they call. I'm trying to remember what they called it exactly. If they called it like the DC fair, if they called it a state fair, if they called it a county fair. I don't remember because there's a Montgomery County fair that I go to a lot with the fire department because we do a detail out there. But that's in Maryland, and it's a county fair because it's specifically Montgomery County. So I think I just attribute any state fair lately, or any type of fair, to a county fair, just because that's what I'm used to going to. I don't remember what they called it.
Yeah.
Why do you guys?
Yeah, we do.
State one or county one or both?
I don't. I think there's a county fair, but I always just go to the state fair anyways because I'm close enough to it.
I mean, you're close enough to the state that you live in?
Well, I mean, the state fair here is held in Raleigh because it's the state capital, and so that's only like a few.
So I guess that is an interesting thing to think about, and I guess the people in the comments can state this. I am curious, do they call something a state fair only when it's close to like the capital city of the state?
Well, I think the state fair is always held in the capital city of the state. And then there's lots of county fairs as well, but there's not. I think there's only one state fair.
I definitely don't think the Michigan State Fair, because I think I've been in the Michigan State Fair before. I don't remember it being in Lansing. I think it was more
really?
Yeah, but I don't remember. It was so long ago. Ah, babies!
Babies!
Ah, babies! Should have worn the birth control. Wait, I mean the condoms. Wait, what? Should have worn that birth control.
Apparently North Carolina, I just remembered, has 2 state fairs. So I guess I'm wrong. There's one in Raleigh and one in Asheville. So,
So what's the actual one have to? Is it just that it's put on like the state comes out of a state budget, or is it a county budget?
I don't really know. I just assumed that it was always in the state capital and there was only one state fair.
And wouldn't you get like upset if you were like, the state was like, we're going to hold the state fair, and it turns out to be like you live in the capital city and it's in some random city somewhere else? Do you like fight over like, I don't want state funds being spent that way when it doesn't benefit me? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and apparently the Texas one isn't in Austin. It's in Dallas. So yeah, I guess it's not always in the capital.
Oh, did you hear now that this is something we can get into now? We'll have to get into it on our next episode probably. But DC voters over in the last election voted yes on a proposal that raised the minimum wage of restaurant workers to the standard minimum wage, as opposed to, you know, a lower minimum wage because it's a tip-based job.
Is that only in DC?
Only in DC, yeah. And so California, okay, I think, has had that in forever. But I've always, you know, grown up in places where you can pay tip-based jobs less because you expect them to make up their money from tips, even though you're supposed to pay them minimum wage if they don't make it, blah, blah, blah. But whatever. DC voters voted to make that be them make minimum wage. That's good. DC council just overturned it.
Oh.
Which I find really fucked up. How can the council overturn the people's vote?
Right.
That was an actual election that people voted yes to this proposal, and the council overturned it.
Wow. I didn't know that's... So, welcome to politics.
Yeah.
Votes don't matter.
I thought that was really fucked up to hear. Like, and whether, like, I think it's a good idea or not for this thing, I'm still on the fence, but whatever. I you know... That's fine. I never, ever, ever want the council to overturn what the DC voters voted for.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's something you don't agree with. That's really fucking stupid.
Yeah, I was a little upset. Oh, God, I just fell in this thing. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck forever.
Huh. Well, yeah, you are right though. We are out of time for today's episode.
Yeah. So, guys, you know, think about that for a little bit.
Next time you vote, wonder how long that'll last.
Yeah, next time you vote, realize it's pointless because the council will just overturn you.
You've been overturned. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.
All right, guys. See ya.